The crumble has begun. TWIF, Week 6. Let's do it! Of course, we have to review Week 5 first. So let's get started on that. I lost to Disco Hobbits as predicted, 84 to 111. As that commercial tries to spam me, as it always does. USC Athlete Compensation Fund continues his role, going over Texas Nurse and keeping me in my division. Metal Spine gets pounded by No Fried Rice for You, as expected. The artist formerly known as Seagouch beat Bing Bong, as I predicted. Cameron's crumble has begun. He's gone on gun done. He can't do anything. He's a Sunday owner. And once again, Christian shows his uncanny ability to win games by a sheer mixture of luck and good quarterback play. Clap for Bacon beat Rampy. I was wrong about that one. Rampy didn't put up very many points. Clap for Bacon's having a good year. A lot better than last year when he had all those rookies. And My Team Sucks went ham and beat Ben because Adrian Peterson accounted for 30% of his whole team's points. Can't really predict that. Ben scored pretty low points anyway. That's probably one of the Cure Sucks' only wins. Don't be alarmed by it. And these things are bound to happen. I'm just so mystified at how every time Christian plays someone they score under 70 points. And now I'm going to begin the Week 6 preview. I knew what to click on, as if I haven't been doing this. Alright. The first game you have is me and Ben. This is another one of those fun little rivalries. Going into this, Ben lost to the Cure Sucks, but he's not near as badly reeling as I am, who's lost 3 straight. I'm just in a world of hurt. And I'm just kind of resigned to the fact that my team looks great on paper, and they're so buy low right now that they're going to have to either perform or I'm going to have to not make the playoffs. That's just the way it's going to work. Now, the only reason this is even a matchup is because Ben is a fantasy genius. He made a couple of trades that killed him at the beginning, and his team looked like a big bag of shit for a while there. But he made some really smart investments in free agents off the waiver wire, and made some typical Ben fantasy genius moves that look like head scratchers and turned out to be great. Big ups to him, and I'm going to cut into the review right now. Matty Stafford, going to do better than Fitzpatrick. That's what I think. Fitzpatrick was a great pickup. Ben jumped on him when he needed to. Let's see into that. Turner is bound to score more points than Blunt. The Bucks didn't do anything last week. They scored like 3 points. MJD is going to outperform Daniel Thomas. I mean, he's a Miami Dolphin. He's splitting time with Reggie dropped the Heisman. I'm not worried about it. Stevie Johnson will outperform Muhammad Massaquoi, a guy I picked up in desperation. Jeremy Maclin will be bested by Greg Jennings by just a little bit. Jermichael Finley will lose out to Owen Daniels because my theory is Maclin has to have several bad weeks and then he's going to score like progressively more outrageous numbers of touchdowns. I don't think he's going off this week because Green Bay is playing St. Louis. As stupid as that sounds, Rodgers spreads the ball around a lot. I think it'll be a pretty even matchup at tight end, but who knows? And D'Angelo Williams, who is terrible, but somehow been predicted to break out, will be bested by Peyton Hillis. There's just no way Williams is going to keep scoring a touchdown every game. It's just stupid. And then David Akers, he's a beast. I love him. He's going to outperform Hanson no matter who not the Tigers. Another Detroit team that I hope is going to lose against the Rangers. The Lions. No matter who the Lions play, David Akers will do better. And the Raiders, who I picked up because the Eagles' nightmare D isn't doing me any good. They play Cleveland this week. Colt McCoy is interception prone, and the Browns aren't bound to put up many points. So I'm going to have to give the edge to myself, but it's not going to be by much. Although, if Ben wasn't a fantasy genius, he'd probably be pretty close to the Cure Sucks or Metal Spine, because he made some deal-breaking trades. Alright, Rampy and TX Nurse. Rampy's looking good in this matchup. He has Brady, who's obviously going to do better than Andy Dalton, but he's hurting at running back. That's the problem with Rampy. He has Felix Jones, who hasn't done shit all season. He has against Arian Foster, who's going to score a couple TDs. And then he has Tim Lowtower, who's sharing carries with Ryan Terrain right now. A lot of guys are high on Ryan Terrain. He'll get hurt. He won't be anything in 2 weeks. But still, he's going to take Lowtower's carries. If you have Lowtower, I would bench him. Wes Welker's one of the best fantasy receivers. He'll outdo Meacham. Holmes hasn't done anything all year. He's going to be beat by Jackson Big Play potential. Winslow's garbage. Like I said, the Bucs are coming off basically no offensive production. Gonzalez will do better. Victor Cruz had one good week. Don't bank on him. Jordy Nelson will do better than him, which pisses me off because the Packers are becoming as big of a crapshoot as the Saints, who are just complete garbage. Sorry, and you don't know who's going to catch the touchdowns. And then the Redskins don't look to do a lot against the Eagles' potent offense. So they'll be bested by Rex Ryan and his feet. USC Athlete Compensation Fund. I mean, he's playing the reeling Metal Spine, who, I mean, Spencer's looking good. I don't know why NFL is projecting McFadden 29 points. He's starting to split time. They're idiots, and the Raiders are starting to throw the ball more. Steve Smith looking good. He won't catch a touchdown, but he'll get a lot of yards. I mean, Metal Spine's just a joke. I wouldn't recommend Spencer start Pierre Garçon. I would have tried to shop him when he was buy high. Disco Hobbits and Sea Gouch. Or the Victoria's Secret, as he's now known. But in our hearts, he's still Sea Gouch. Sea Gouch will finally be bested by Disco Hobbits this week. Hobbits doesn't have anyone on bye week, and you can just look at the matchups. Sea Gouch got 3 points at running back last week, and he still freaking won. That's not going to fly with Disco Hobbits. I predict Disco Hobbits outscores Christian by at least 50 points and a huge blowout. Father-son rivalry. This is my game of the week. Clap for Bacon and Bing Bong. I predicted Cameron's collapse yesterday. Or, not yesterday. Last commentary. And it started with a horrendous loss to Sea Gouch. He looks to play his dad, who's in really good shape right now. He has a really strong team. I don't know if he predicted or he lucked out, but he has the mighty Fred Jackson and Calvin Johnson, who's basically a guaranteed touchdown every week. Cameron's starting the little lightning bug. I mean, come on. Miles Austin coming off an injury. Plaxico Burress isn't doing anything. Witten will do better than Keller, but eh. And James Starks and Anquan Bolden. I don't really believe in either of those guys because the Packers don't run much and the Ravens run a lot. Neil Rackers and Myrod Baronis. Rackers obviously has the edge. And the Bills' defense and the Saints' defense are about even. I'm going to predict Clap for Bacon to win. Continuing Cameron's downfall. Perpetuating it. Making Cameron look like an idiot after he looked so brilliant 3 weeks out of the gate. I told everyone it was Judgment Day. If you didn't believe me, you're about to have to start. No fried rice for you and the cure sucks. No fried rice looked pretty terrible, but because last week, let me rephrase that. He has had the most points out of anyone's team scored against him. He's gotten really unlucky. He's put up 80s and 90s quite often, and he's definitely going to beat my team sucks because, I mean, yes, I incorrectly predicted my team sucks game, but Adrian Peterson is not going to score 30 points again. Come on. And No Fried Rice cock-blocked me for Hayward Bay. Once again, I put in an offer Sunday night, and what do you know? It had to wait till Wednesday morning to clear, and I got screwed over again. So that's why I picked up the Raiders D, because I didn't want to start the Eagles Nightmare D. Since I bench him, they'll probably go off for 40. But you can see that no fried rice. I mean, Vernon Davis is a stud. He hasn't done a lot. Hayward Bay is going to go ham against the slow Browns defense. Janikowski's almost as good as Akers. Percy Harvin's another fantasy nightmare because of his headaches, but he's still a strong player. Edge to No Fried Rice, who looks to get out of the cellar and might be a late wildcard contender. Keep your specs up. That was it for this week in fantasy, week 6. If you didn't see my Road to Rage Quit Modern Warfare 2, it's pretty funny. It had Stilts and Rampy in it from the Bush Monster podcast. You might want to check that out. And as always, keep watching these. Support them with a rate. And that's it, guys. I'll see you later.